Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back to the Lovely Way. Alright guys, so glad to be back, so glad to have you guys back, and just wanted to share with you a project, well actually a couple of projects at this point. One small, one a little bit bigger. Anyways, so lately on the weekends, my dad and I and the little guy, we've been out scouring a few of the local thrift stores so that we could, add some decor to my dad's home and also support the community. You can always buy new, that's if you prefer. And then there's certain things that, they don't make anymore, like china and, items that have that vintage feel. And if you like secondhand and gently used and, warmly loved items, then a thrift store is a perfect place to shop. So anyways, all that being said, so Dad was out looking for a few items. I think he was looking for a microwave and I think a gravy boat or something to that nature. Anyway, so we stopped into the local thrift store. It's called Drop and Shop, and it is a nonprofit organization and they support the community. The owner of the establishment had donated lots of grief recovery literature to the grief share group that I used to lead a couple of seasons ago. So anyways, so I always go there, donate Josh's old clothes and household items and stuff like that, things that we can no longer use and I just don't have the space for. Anyway, so we were in there and I came across quite a few goodies, so I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. But in the meantime, let me just share with you this. Okay, so I was working on this, just needed to get some gluing out of my system. So I was working on this collage. I had cut this little fig out of a magazine probably months ago and just dropped it into my journal, paper envelope. And then I had a napkin that I had received from a swap nearby. It was sitting in a pile of stuff that I need to put away. So I saw the napkin, got the idea that the colors went well. So I started, pulling it apart and then started laying them down. And okay, so that's what I made. Okay, so I'll probably put it in a journal or make it on make this as the front of a large card, or who knows, it could possibly turn into some type of wall decor. I don't know. I just need to get that done and out my system. So as I was cutting out everything and laying it into this silver tray that I had actually bought from another thrift store, I looked at the tray and I thought to myself, well, you know what? I probably could use this napkin to cover the tray as well. So this is the napkin that I was using, and this came from my swap partner Lizada. She is one of the swap partners that I met on Junk Journal Buddies from Liz from Liz for a Day's Facebook group. And so this is 3-ply, so I had to take it apart, and I did not fussy cut. I just carefully ripped around the flowers, and it's a rather large napkin, so it went a long way, so much so that I was able to decoupage it onto this tray. So if you look, this tray, it's an old silver tray, okay, and it had started when I got it. I just got it to house stuff. Never really used it for anything in particular, but what I did was I noticed that it started rusting. So I thought, patinaed, I can give it an aged look. So what I ended up doing was I just painted it, covered it twice with white paint, and if you look closely you can see the striations of the paint. Okay, and then I just using Mod Podge, I tore out napkins from here. Now if you notice, the napkin is a different color. The flowers in here is a different color than the flowers in here, if you notice. And that's because what I did was, you know, like I said, it's 3-ply. So I took all the other 2 off the back of it, and I placed them down with Mod Podge underneath, and then I pressed them down using Saran wrap. Okay, when I finished with that, obviously again the background was already white, and then I had sanded it a little bit just to give it a smidgen of a distressed feel. So what you had at that point was these vivid flowers that popped up against the white background, and it was a bit more of a contrast than I wanted. So then what I did was I took the white paint and I poured it into a little, just a little bit into a cup. And then I added water to it, watered it down, and then I washed over this. So it had more of a subtle look. Now you can still see where the, you know, the napkin tears are, but I'm fine with that. This is by no means supposed to be, you know, Macy's or Belk's ready. This is mine. Okay, so moving right along to my findings, which brings me to, you know, the thrift store finds. So I actually, before I even did this, had located in the thrift store over the weekend some items that I thought would be a great addition to my junk journal and journaling period. Journaling stash. So here's what I picked up. Much like that, the tray that I just showed you, I found a similar one. So we have this one, and then we have a rounded one. Now if you notice, if you can see right there, there's a little bit of rust. That's going to be good because it's actually going to come through. It'll likely come through the paint like it did right here. And it just adds character to it. If you ask me, that's what I like. I like a little bit of distress. I don't want it all pristine and pretty. That really isn't my style anyways, because then you got to keep it pristine and pretty. And I ain't got time to be dusting and wiping and, you know, whatever. So I'm going to try a different napkin. Probably something with earth tones. I'm not sure. But what I'll do from there is I will, I might do it on camera. So stay tuned. This one I might do on camera. If there's something you'd like to see, drop a comment below. I'll be happy to share that with you guys. So moving right along, something else I picked up at the thrift store, and I was so happy to find this, was this this 12 column, is this columnar pad. Gosh, why can't it just say ledger paper? And that, because that's what it is, ledger paper. Look how long it is. It's 18 inches. I think it is. It's 18 inches. 14 inches. 14 inches long, which is perfect because it'll fit into a book. You know, fold it in half, fit in a book. Now, I'll also note that these squares are perfect size for, like, you know, making some faux stamps, you know, different types of ephemera. So don't be surprised if you see that in some upcoming projects. And it was 50 cents. 50 cents, folks. Check out your thrift stores. All right, and then they also had this graph paper, and that too was 50 cents, originally $1.76. I don't know who, you know, where it was $1.76 at, but I plan on coffee dyeing this. And by the way, in previous videos, I know that I have said coffee stained and tea stained. I know the correct term is coffee dyed, but forgive me if you were in any way offended by my mispronunciation or incorrect usage of the you know, the craft terms that I should have known better. I'm appalled at my vocabulary. Nevertheless, let's move right along. Now, one more thing that I got, and this is real brief, guys. I'm just sharing real brief. Check out what I found. Morning Sunbeams by Stamps Baxter Music and Printing Company. So look at this. The aging in this book, it is simply gorgeous. Okay, and it's I want to say it's kind of hymnals. Yeah, I'd say hymnals. Check out the price that these were. 60 cents a copy, $6 for a dozen, 23 for 5, $40 for 100. Isn't that crazy? Because God knows you ain't about to get too much for 60 cents today, not even a candy bar, let alone a book. And then also copyright 1965. So I probably won't, I'll likely scan these in and use them just so I can keep the book intact as much as possible. And if that does not bear a good result, then I'll probably have to take the book apart. I really don't want to, because it looks like someone went through great pains to keep the book intact, and it's probably going to be difficult to take it apart anyways. So that's what I got from the thrift store. Not much, just those 4 items, but I was very happy to have only spent I think this book was 50 cents. 50 cents, people. 50 cents. I think I spent $2.25, maybe if that. So that was a good deal. And then a couple of other things that I wanted to share that I picked up. I was at Walmart and I thought to myself, I needed some different glue. I wanted to try this out. So I picked up some Fabric Fusion. They had larger bottles, but I did not want to get the bigger bottle if it wasn't going to be something that I could utilize. Call me frugal, call me cheap, call me whatever you want to, but just don't call me a hoarder, because I don't want all that stuff up in here and I can't use it. And you know how glue is, after a while it gets watery and separates, or it gets too thick and so on and so forth. But anyway, so if you're familiar with this, or if this is something that you use in your crafting, drop a comment below and let me know how you like it, or what you use it for. You know, do you use it for paper, fabric to paper, or just fabric to fabric? Or let me know how you guys use it. And then I was at Dollar Tree getting, I forgot what I was getting, hangers for my dad's apartment. Hangers, and he said, what did he say? Some type of plate or bowl, or I don't remember. It was something. Oh, storage containers. And I saw these and I thought these would be really cute. Coffee and tea dyed, not stained. Coffee and tea dyed, along with maybe even using some of my different color inks. There we go. Watercolor perhaps, and then stamping them lightly, or maybe just adding cute little die cuts or something to the inside. We'll see how that goes. And then adding them to a couple of journals or whatever have you. But I guess the possibilities are endless. If you've used these, drop a comment below. Let me know where I can see where you've made yours at. And lastly, while I was at Walmart, I picked up this linen colored fat quarter because I wanted to try stamping. I wanted to try stamping on fabric, and because this is 100% cotton, I thought that would be a good idea. So and I like the color too. It's not white. And then I could also color it, stain it, whatever color I wanted to. So that was it, guys. Not much going on here, but I did want to pop on to share these items with you, and to also encourage you to stop out to your local thrift store, browse through, take your time. You've got $5 or $10, you got some time to kill. Stop into your thrift store, see what books they have, see what laces and trims and vintage items they may have that you can give a second home to, or something that you could upcycle and possibly create a gift for someone else. Because, you know, ain't nothing quite like gently loved, and when it's made from the heart. Anyways, with all that being said, guys, until we're back here again on YouTube, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafty. And oh, by the way, don't forget, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the crafty uploads. You know you don't want to miss this stuff, guys. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.